The Sacramento Kings and DeRozan have been working towards a trade for the better part of the offseason. While there's been no movement on this front as of yet, recent rumors suggest that there could be something more significant at play. The Kings have displayed an active interest in acquiring restricted free agent Jonathan Kuminga. Having extended an initial trade offer for the forward, there may be a handshake deal between DeRozan and the Kings at play. Sackdown Sports 1140 host Alan Stiles recently elaborated on this and said, "I believe that there is a handshake agreement between DeMar DeRozan and the Sacramento Kings. That is my belief. If Jonathan Kuminga is acquired by the Sacramento Kings, the Kings will get their butts in gear as far as getting DeRozan to another team." Stiles justified his reasoning by pointing to links between DeRozan and the Miami Heat, presenting them as a potential trade partner for Sacramento. The idea of the Kings getting the Kuminga deal done appears to be gaining steam, especially with the forward being in contact with Sacramento's front office. Should such a deal go through, the possibility of DeRozan being moved may increase. In light of this, we explore a trade package that would allow the Kings to send the six-time All-Star to Miami. Proposed trade details. Miami Heat receive DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento Kings receive Terry Rozier, 2027 second-round pick, OKC/NYK/SAS swap, 2031 second-round pick, was swap. When considering DeRozan's contract, he isn't earning much in comparison to other players of his stature, allowing the Heat to acquire a very capable scorer at a discounted price. Miami also offloads Terry Rozier's contract, shedding some salary in the process. Largely, this trade could be beneficial for both teams involved. The Heat are on the verge of being a playoff-bound team in the Eastern Conference next season. Although projected to rank 6th in the conference by Zach Lowe, the Heat have a lot of potential to compete at a high level. With the addition of Norman Powell and the development of their young core, Miami could benefit from adding a reliable veteran to the mix. For the 2024-25 season, DeRozan averaged 22.2 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game, while shooting 47.7% from the field and 32.8% from beyond the arc. Although his perimeter shooting figures aren't awe-inspiring, his efficiency as a mid-range scorer cannot be overlooked. Even at 35 years old, DeRozan is a solid second or third scoring option. On a team like the Heat, featuring offensive threats like Tyler Herro and Norman Powell in the backcourt, along with Bam Adebayo and Kel'el Ware in the frontcourt, he could slot in quite seamlessly. When considering the additional boost he provides to the overall roster strength, this trade could be worth considering for the Heat. Meanwhile, the Kings acquire Rozier and 2 draft picks, potentially swaps. Sacramento may not have as much use for a player like Rozier, who is a score-first type of guard. Last season, Rozier averaged 10.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game, on shooting splits of 39.1% from the field and 29.5% from three-point range. While he is a serviceable offensive player, he may not fit in their rotation. In this context, acquiring him would primarily serve to clear cap space next season due to his expiring contract. With $26.6 million coming off the books, Sacramento would have a lot more room to pursue additional role players to support its newly formed core, featuring Kuminga. Kings' plans hinge on Warriors' decision. The most vital aspect of this trade proposal is hinged on Sacramento successfully acquiring Kuminga in a sign-and-trade deal with the Golden State Warriors. This appears to be a challenge at this stage. Sacramento has presented an initial offer centered around Devin Carter and draft compensation. However, the Warriors have shown increasing interest in Kings point guard Keon Ellis, whom the franchise has made unavailable in trade negotiations. This could put a wrench in Sacramento's plans, as the Suns have also prepared a relevant trade offer for Kuminga. With so much hanging in the balance, DeRozan currently finds himself in an unfavorable position. Miami Heat forward Haywood Highsmith will have a new look this season, as he's switching from number 24 to number 8 for his jersey number. The Heat posted about the news on social media and included an explanation from Highsmith, who noted that his old jersey number equals his new jersey number when the digits of his old number are multiplied. He also explained that it's cool for him to be able to go from number 24 to number 8 because those were the two numbers NBA icon Kobe Bryant wore with the Los Angeles Lakers. Highsmith's move to number 8 will also allow Heat newcomer Norman Powell to stick with number 24, which he has worn his whole NBA career. For some reason, Heat big man Bam Adebayo had something to say in the comment section. It's unclear exactly why Adebayo penned the message, but he might have just been poking at his teammate in good fun. Highsmith and Adebayo will both be key pieces for the Heat this coming season as the team tries to get back on track. Last season was one to forget for Miami, as the team finished below .500 and was embarrassed in the playoffs. Highsmith has proven himself as a legitimate NBA contributor with the Heat. In 4 seasons with the team, he has averaged 5.5 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 1.1 assists per game, while making a name for himself on the defensive end. Adebayo, meanwhile, has become a star with the Heat, even though he didn't have his best year in the 2024-25 campaign. Since coming into the NBA, he has earned 3 All-Star nods and 5 All-Defense selections while often ending up in the Defensive Player of the Year race. Although the Heat are currently navigating a time where some fans aren't super confident in the team's direction, Highsmith and Adebayo are both nice success stories for the franchise, and with any luck, they'll help Miami get closer to a championship in the near future. For now, a winning season seems like a good goal for the team in the 2025-26 campaign, and hopefully, that might also turn into a playoff run. The Miami Heat may be in the market to add to their slowly developing unit. Chicago Bulls center Nikola Vucevic has been floated in league conversations after reportedly being viewed as an unattractive option, opening the door for a possible buyout rather than an actual trade. There hasn't been much of a market for Nikola Vucevic dating back to the last trade deadline, NBA insider Jake Fisher said on a Bleacher Report live stream. I think at this juncture, we're probably more likely to see a Nikola Vucevic buyout mid-season than we are to see a trade. The Heat could use Vucevic in their starting lineup, as he's still a solid scorer even at age 34. He averaged 18.5 points last season, shooting 53% from the field and 40.2% from three-point range. Vucevic could help boost the Heat's offensive unit, one of the worst among postseason contenders. Pairing him beside Bam Adebayo would finally give them a true center and slide Adebayo to the 4. This not only gives Miami multiple high-level scorers in the starting lineup, but allows Adebayo to hone in on his defensive tasks. Vucevic is still a double-double machine who can consistently get buckets in the paint and on the perimeter. He is also a reliable option, having played at least 70 games in each of the last 5 seasons.